scam isn't on the app. The scam begins when you meet in person. Steve here, Street Smart Travel. This is the On the Ground series, and these are scams. Episode number 13 today about dating apps. This entire series, short 6 to 8 minute videos about how to avoid getting scammed while you're living and traveling in the developing world. Tons of scams. I'll add this to the playlist. We've covered taxi scams, ATM scams, fake cops, fake tour guides, all kinds of different scams. A lot of very easy ways to recognize what's going on and avoid it before you get sucked into a scam, as well as how to shut it down, and if you've been scammed, recourse. So this episode will follow that same recipe, that same pattern. Recognition, shutting it down, and your recourse or damage control. Keep in mind, not every match on a dating app is looking for a relationship. Some of them are looking to separate you from your worldly goods. Step 1, recognition, the setup. A match happens unusually fast. You put your profile out there and immediately somebody's responding, oh yeah, okay, great, we're a match. Conversation moves quickly off platform. Huge red flag. It'll always move to WhatsApp down here. That's the huge, very, very popular way of communicating. And the person seems really intent on meeting you immediately. Like they want to meet you that night right after you just made a match with minimal conversation. All 3 giant red flags. At that point, walk away. This is not going to end well for you. And I got a story at the end of this episode, a case study somebody shared with me. Common setup. So a tourist is targeted. Obviously, they can tell you're not from that place. Okay, this person probably has some money. Let's see what I can get out of them. There's a quick connection that is too urgent. This is a version of the over-friendly local. Somebody wants to meet with you, and they want to meet with you immediately. Again, giant red flags. I would walk away at that point, personally. But if you do want to meet this person, I would push it out at least a week or 2 and make them wait for it, and then see if they're still interested at that point. The faster trust is established, the more cautious you should become. 2, shut down. What to do? Always meet in public. Never, and this is the big lesson from the story at the end, never invite anybody over to your residence. I mean, a stranger, somebody you don't know. Why would you do that? And where's the advantage for you? There is none. Nobody needs to know where you live. Once you've established trust, once you've gone out with them a few times, once you know them, okay, maybe. But never invite somebody you don't know over to your residence. Again, not going to end well. Always tell somebody where you're going. If you do arrange to meet with whoever it is, this match, tell somebody you know, I'm going to this place at this time on this date, so they know where you're going to be. And always control the transportation, so you get yourself to and from the venue. Don't let somebody call you a cab or an Uber, or hey, I can swing by and pick you up. Nope, I'll meet you at the venue, and I'll make my own way home, thank you. Avoid isolated locations, another giant red flag. Private residences, especially your own. And changing venues repeatedly. So if you had plans, hey, we're going to meet at this place at this time, and last minute, no, I want to meet at this other place that's isolated and over here and it's more romantic and whatever. Like, no. This place works. Let's go to the first place. Or we can try and do this another time. Control the environment and you keep most of your leverage. Step 3, damage control. If you've been scammed. If you feel something is off, always trust your gut. Huge lesson from all the videos in this series and a lot of videos on the channel. Trust your gut. Go with your instincts. Don't worry about appearing rude or being embarrassed. If you feel unsafe or you feel something is off, extricate yourself. Leave immediately. Go to a public place. Don't worry about being embarrassed. Not worth it. Safety first, last, and always. If you feel unsafe, immediately do whatever you need to do to get to a place where you do feel safe. Now, if your valuables or accounts have been compromised, freeze your cards immediately. Change your passwords immediately. Secure your devices immediately. File a report with the local police immediately. Embarrassment costs less than getting deeper into a bad situation. Most dating scams don't start with deception. They start with attention. And too much attention too fast. Giant red flag. Why is this person so desperate to meet me? A Up until today, they didn't even know I existed. Now they're all about me and they can't wait to meet me. No, giant red flag. The story. I met a guy a couple years ago down here from the Middle East. He's gay. He was living on the coast in a big city and decided he wanted some company for the evening. Went on the app, matched with somebody immediately, and I don't know if he invited them over to his place or they suggested, hey, why don't we meet at your place? They ended up coming over to his place. Huge red flag. Never, never, never do that. They were hanging out, having a good time, had a couple drinks. Next thing you know, this guy has something put in his drink and he passes out. Hours later, the next day when he came to, he had his whole place cleaned out. All his tech was gone. All the gear that he used for his profession was gone. Anything of any value had been taken from his place. So the big red flag in that was the match was way too quick and he invited a stranger into his place where he lived alone. And there's no video evidence. This person obviously didn't use their proper name. I'm sure they covered up their digital trail. Who knows how many people were behind the scam? I have no idea. I just know that this guy, by not paying attention and not trusting his gut and thinking, oh, this is great, this is easy, I'll hook up with this person, have a great night, and move on. Didn't work out that way for him. Could have been a great night for him under other circumstances, and as it turns out, they came in and robbed him blind. So, if you have any comments or questions or want to share stories about things that you've heard, and this was a story related to me by the person that was scammed, this is what happens, not infrequently down here. Not always, but it does happen. You need to be aware of it. So the lessons: stay safe, stay aware. Until next time, happy trails. See you out on the ground next Wednesday.